little llama wood cutout, and he stands, so after you paint him, you could stand him somewhere. And what we're going to do is we're going to just decorate our little llama. Before we start painting, you're going to need a pencil because we are going to make the snout of our llama and also a little colorful little protective saddle that he's going to be wearing. So the first thing I'm going to do is towards the top of my llama's neck, I am going to make just an oval. I'm going to kind of make it dark. You guys don't have to make it that dark. And that is going to become the snout of our llama. That's where his mouth is, that's where his nose is, his little nostrils. So we have our snout, and then we are going to make like a little saddle. This is the one place where we could add some color to our little llama. So I am going to make almost like an a U, upside down rainbow, a U. So our next step, we are going to paint our llama. So you're given white, black, and either warm colors or cool colors. Today I'm going to use the cool colors, but if you could use the warm colors however you'd like. So we're going to put a layer of white on our llama, and then we could start adding some color. You're going to need to find your big brush, open that white paint, and you're just going to pretty much paint your whole llama, including the sides, white. My 2 coats of white are finished. They're still a little wet, but while they're drying, now's the perfect time to add some definition. So a llama is covered with fur. So what we're going to do, I'm going to find my small brush and I'm going to dip in a tiny bit of black, and I'm just going to accent that fur by putting all like little C's and backward C's around the edge of my llama, just to give it illusion that there's a little more texture. And it's gonna blend in some areas to make a really light gray, which is beautiful. I'm gonna put some up here too. And you're just putting like little curved lines all around. I'm gonna put some by my ears too. While I'm working with my black, I'm gonna make the hooves, the bottom of my feet, just black, straight black. I'm gonna make a straight line and then just fill in everything below it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Straight line, fill in everything below it. And while we're working with our black, we're going to make his snout black as well. So I'm gonna put a little bit black paint on my small brush, and I'm going to carefully outline my oval and fill him in. All right, so we're going to let him dry. While we're letting all the black dry, we can start working on our saddle. So I am going to wash out both my brushes, wash and dry them. And we're gonna have some fun with our saddle. So this is the only place really that we're gonna add some color. So you're gonna open up your colors. And we are going to start on our saddle. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna start with green. So I'm gonna take a little green on my big brush, and I'm just gonna put another U with the green in my saddle, a smaller U, and I'm gonna fill in everything inside that U with that bright green. So we have our beautiful bright green. Then I'm gonna wash. And if you have the other colors, you could use the orange, you could use the yellow because it's really light, you could use the pink, you could do whatever colors you'd like. Then I'm gonna take another color, I'm just using blue, and I'm gonna do where between my green and my white, I'm just gonna fill it in with blue. And if you have a plate, you could also mix some colors. You can mix a little white into one of these colors to make a lighter version. We'll do that in a few minutes as well. If you get a little in your original, that is okay. I have a plate, so I'm gonna put some white and then I'm gonna add some blue to it to make some light blue. I'm gonna go over that with light blue. Looking good. All right, so now we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna put my brush, clean my big brush, and I'm gonna find my small brush. So with my small brush, I'm going to add some tassels around our saddle. So I'm going to use that, whatever color you haven't used yet, I'm using purple. And I'm just going to make some dots of purple all the way around my saddle. And if you did the ice cream video with me, you could also use the back of your paintbrush. That's a good way to make like little dots. So I have my little dots all around the saddle. I'm going to use my plate again too because I want to make another color. I'm going to make a little light purple, some white, and some purple. Make it a little darker than that. And I'm just going to take that light purple. And you could add like little, from each of those dots, you want a little bit of paint on your brush, and I'm gonna add like 3 little lines to make like little tassels. And there I have my little tassels. All right, so for our next step, I'm gonna wash my little brush. And I just wanna add a little bit of color in my ears. So I'm gonna pick a color. I'm gonna use that light blue that I made over here. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of light blue in each ear. And then wash that brush out again. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the back of my paintbrush, dip in black, and I'm gonna make one polka dot, 2 little polka dot for eyes. And with this small brush and no paint on it, you could drag some of that black paint to make like eyelashes. Wash out my brush again. So for our next step, our snout needs to be dry. So you need to blow on it, make it dry a little. While that is drying, I'm gonna go back. So my black little streaks are kind of heavy over here. So I'm gonna go put some white over some of the black that we put around our llama. Alright, so I think we could work in the snout next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make like little nostrils. And to make the nostrils, I'm going to use that light purple that I have. Because a lighter color will work best. And I have a little bit of purple on my brush. And I'm just going to make like a little V. One on each side. So it makes like two little, they almost look like hearts. Two little nostrils, and you could do whatever color you'd like. I just did it purple. So there we have our llama llama. I am going to wash and dry my little brush, and for our very last step, so I'm going to dip the back of my little brush in a tiny bit of white, and on top of each eye, I'm just going to put a little bit of white, a little white dot. For our llama. I'm going to go back and put some more purple on my nostrils. Darken those up a little bit. And you could add any other details that you'd like. You could go back. I think I'm going to go back and add some black polka dots in my green section. And I'm just using the back of my paintbrush. Dip and dot. And there you have your little llama. So you could let your llama dry, and then he could be a nice decoration for your room or something. But he's super cute, and I hope you guys had fun painting with me, and hope to see you soon.